To start off talking about my hair journey, I just want to reference the Shane Spear YouTube video that she made in 2021, the Why It's Just Hair debate falls flat. She talks about watching Disney TV shows and how she didn't really feel represented in those shows, and I can definitely relate to that. Growing up, I wanted to be Miley Cyrus so bad. I wanted the Hannah Montana hair, the look, the pattern, just like everything that Hannah was. And my mom had to sit down with me and be like, Jamie, you know, like, that's not, your hair is very different from that. You can't have that type of hair. And so I feel like that was the beginning of like my very long hair journey and like having to accept myself. And so basically I've had braids my entire life. Up until 4th grade, I would get my hair straightened and I would just hate it. And my mom decided to stop straightening my hair because, similar to the lady in the Bellinger 2007 article, my mom would be like, don't sweat it out. The lady in the article mentioned how her mom would be like, don't sweat it out before church. You're going to sweat it out. And now it's going to go back to your natural state. And that was very much what my mom would say to me. That's one of the reasons why she decided to start doing braids for me, because it wouldn't last. I would sweat. I didn't have a perm or a relaxer because my hair has always been super thick, and that's something like my mom always prided herself on, is my thick hair. And so she never put a relaxer in it. But in 7th grade, after like 3 good years of having braids, braids, I'd always get like these little braided buns, and like it'd be like right here. And I did actually get a bald spot from those braids. She let me get box braids for the first time, and when I took them out after having them for about like 2 months maybe, I cut them out myself, and I did ask for help, but no one helped me, and I cut them so short. Like, my hair, these little pieces right here were like to right there, and my mom was so angry. When we got to the hair salon, she was like basically shaming me in front of everyone and telling her, look what she did, and she just messed it all up. And I was like, I don't get why you're so upset. Like, it's my hair, and like, if I'm not that upset about it, you shouldn't be either. And I was just so embarrassed, because I was just like, it's not your hair. And I have very thick hair. I was tender-headed as a child, which is another reason why she stopped straightening my hair, because it was such a terrible process. And honestly, the trauma from that is kind of one of the reasons why I don't straighten my hair nowadays. But that was one of the like triggering, whatever the word I'm looking for, experiences that I've had growing up. The next year in 8th grade, I got the Bantu knots, and during this time, this was 2018, Kodak Black was trending. I was supposed to get these Bantu knots actually after my box braids, because my hairstylist was like, oh, we'll make your hair grow some from the box braids, but it was too short by then for me to get them. And so I went to a predominantly white school all my life. No one's ever really said anything to me about my hair before then. But when I got my Bantu knots, people were calling me Kodak Black. I specifically remember one boy, he was like 50 feet away from me, and he was like, bye Kodak Black. And I went home to my mom, and similar to like Chloe from the little girl we talked about in class today, from the 101 Natural Hair Stories, her little sister, I was like, I don't want my Bantu knots anymore. I'm embarrassed. I don't want these. Like, please let me take this out. And my mom had a talk with me, and she was like, your hair is fine just the way it is. Like, don't let them like make you embarrassed. And she made me watch an episode of a reality TV show with this girl, Karis Poppin. She was a guest star. Her daughter, one of the reality star's daughters, was going through something I was going through, and Karis was bullied for having being dark skinned and her hair, and she was like telling the little girl like how she dealt with it, and it like helped me kind of in a way, but I was still just like very embarrassed by my hair. And so after that, I haven't gotten Bantu knots to this day, honestly. I've just had braids up until junior year prom. I got weave, and I was really happy with my hair. But my grandparents, they were like, yeah, I just don't understand why you need to put all that extraness in. Like, your hair is long enough for that anyways. And I was just like, but I like it. And similar to the Bellinger article again that was written in 2007, like how they mentioned how like your family pays for it. It's kind of like what the hairstyles they want. And that's very true for me. It's like 50% what I want and 50% it's like I have to get approval. They're like, yeah, but that's too much. Like, yeah, we like that, but that color's too grown. And honestly, it's kind of like limiting to me because I want to express myself and like have different like hair colors and hairstyles, but they are the ones that like help pay for it. So it's like I just kind of have to do what they say. And so that's like something I'm still trying to learn as I grow with my hair, that like what do I like and what do I truly want to experience with my hair. Another article I want to mention is the Eli article from she wrote the Black Body Politics article, and it mentioned about how one of the girls that they had in their article, she boys would inappropriately touch her hair without her permission. And that reminded me of middle school. This was after I got my box braids and I cut them. That whole fiasco, I wore 2 puffs, and these 2 boys specifically would continue to touch my hair and I'd be like, please don't do that. Like, stop doing that. That makes me feel uncomfortable. Don't do that. And they would just do it. And I was just like, I'm telling you, don't do that. Please stop. And it was very upsetting for me because I loved my puffs. I was like proud of them. I wasn't embarrassed, but like they were just invading my personal space, and it was so frustrating for me. And so that was it. Reading that, I was just like, wow, like people just don't learn ever. No one respects personal space. But before, I just want to wrap up with my hair story, talking about my hair story today. The hairstylist I had from 7th grade, she retired in May. So I had to find someone new. And my new lady that does my hair, she doesn't do cuts. And I haven't had my hair cut in a while. So I went back to the lady who used to straighten my hair when I was like 4 through like 10. And she cut my hair. And I agreed to a haircut, but she cut it like super short. Like my hair used to be like blown out, like come out to here, and like it was like right here, and it was very upsetting for me. And I was like, I don't understand why I'm so upset. Like I know it'll grow back, but it just reminded me of the of Shakespeare once again about the debate of why it's just hair debate does fall flat, because like I take so much pride in my hair, and like I didn't consent to, like I feel like it was maybe 6 inches of my hair being cut off, and I was just like, I wasn't expecting to be that emotionally attached to my hair, but it was a lot. And so I feel like today with my hair, I'm in a much better place than I was then, but it's definitely still a journey, and I definitely do still want to learn.